everybody. Welcome to the South Australian Sports Show. I hope you can stay with us for the next hour. It is an exciting week last week, more exciting this week as we build into the grand finals. As always, the great Greg Anderson, the great Barry Curtin join me. How are you, boys?
Boy, mate, fantastic.
So we're going to have a little challenge on the show too, just so you know, viewers. Ando and Baz are going to try and inject some story that they've accomplished with each interview we do. So I'm really looking forward to that.
I reckon I can do it.
I reckon you can too. Now, normally we get off with the positives, but we haven't got time. There's too many things to talk about today.
Yep.
Aaron Finch, of course, finishes one day Aussie captain.
Yep.
He's thinking Dave Warner should get the nod. Your thoughts, Baz?
No.
No forgiveness? No forgiveness?
Well, should there be, Phil?
Not for what he did, no.
No. What message does that send? Seriously. Look, I know you can, it might have only made one mistake, although really he hasn't only made one mistake, has he, Warner? Warner's, when he first was around the place... Exactly.
Yep.
I just don't think he's the type.
Yep.
He might be a good captain as far as moving players and...
structure the team.
That sort of thing, but... No, you need someone like I'd almost lean it to a Cameron Green or a Glenn Maxwell to lead the one-day side. Yeah. Glenn Maxwell is one of the best one-day players in the world, and he's got a terrific cricket mind. Why he hasn't been named as our one-day captain is beyond me in the past. So no to Finch. No to Warner. No to Smith.
Well done by Finch.
And well done by Finch.
You're the same.
He's been a good player. Yeah, unfortunately, he's been on $1 a run for the last year, and he got picked up for vagrancy. So
it's not the way you'd want him to finish. He's had a really good career. It's unfortunate that it finishes out that way.
Yeah. So it was a good ball too. Don't worry about that. I know you need a little lady luck. It was an unbelievable ball that you got out for five, wasn't it?
This is a really tough one for you two guys, and I touch it carefully when we talk about champions, and Finch comes into that, but. I was sitting with a group of sporting people on the weekend and they said, so Aaron Finch is gone and it's just sad the way that he's gone out.
Yep.
Are we seeing something similar right now with Aaron Phillips?
With Aaron Phillips?
Mm-hmm. So point. Champion, but not playing very well.
Good point.
Are we see, and we don't want our champions to finish that way. It wasn't a dig at Aaron, it was just a dig at how we have this vision of our champion sports people and how we'd like them to finish on a good note.
Yeah.
Is she finishing that way at the moment?
She doesn't look like obviously doesn't look like the Aaron Phillips that started the competition with the Adelaide Crows.
Or is is the expectation too great on her because she's the captain of the first team and she's been such a great player? And she was, if she hadn't stayed at the Crows, she was never going to play like she'd previously played. Because she's at that age where she's still a good footballer but not the great footballer.
Yeah.
So, but we always look at her or Finch as the great player.
Yeah.
We're not happy with them being good. They're supposed to be great. So when they're only good, well, we don't want them anymore.
And I thought she was instrumental on the weekend
with
Port Adelaide against Carlton in the AFLW. I thought she was really good in that quarter where Port kicked their goals. She was instrumental in a lot of those plays. So she's still got it.
Yeah.
I think Aaron at the moment is struggling with the speed of the game. That's where I think she's just struggling a little bit. But if she's around the ball and she gets her hands on the ball, that's where she's.
I don't want the focus to just be on Aaron. It was just the conversation.
Expectations. I think the public's expectation is what we've seen for the last X amount of years. But I think in a centrum of the club, she's providing great leadership.
Exactly.
Great confidence, probably on-field coaching.
Yep.
So she's probably taken a step from I need to get 30 possessions within the group. But of course, the other side of the fence, we want to see her get 30-odd possessions. Well, and sometimes you think, well, she's going to finish on, not our expectations.
Yeah.
But maybe she's really, one above her expectations within the team, within the club, and I think that's the most important.
Yeah, I agree with you. It was a tsunami. I was facing a tsunami of people that were going, no, she's supposed to be a really good player.
Yeah.
I'm saying, but she's doing other things, never doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So they want all of it all the time.
Yeah,
Finchy, we'll remember Finchy for not finishing well as opposed to, had a great career.
Yeah.
I just don't want that to happen, to be it Aaron or be it any of our sporting champions, that's how we see it. Hey, quickly, we've got to move on.
Yep.
Players reported in the AFL. Do we fully understand what's happening when we see this? So I'm focused on the incident on the weekend between Oliver and Berry, that he's on the ground and a guy's got an arm in his throat and he cannot breathe and he's just trying to get him off. He's not trying to gouge you. And his head's turned sideways. He's got this action going. And Scott Pendlebury made a good comment yesterday. Have you ever being choked on the ground and tried to get someone off him.
Exactly.
Because he didn't do anything wrong.
I saw that, Pendlebury's comment.
Has that happened to you? Here's your chance, Ando. Early in the show.
No, it has. I got in a headlock in a bit of a melee, and I just couldn't get out, and I couldn't breathe, and
But do you panic? Is it a panicking moment?
I panicked, and I think I was just about to bite because there was nothing more I could have done. And you sort of think, well, I couldn't breathe. Yet the funny thing is that I'm sort of getting the finger pointed. And I think, well, he's nearly killed me, and also he's got his head wrapped around my face. Now, in my view, could that be too high? Should I have actually received a free kick? So, and that's what I'm looking at. Oliver's point of view. Hang on, you've got him in the face. You've got him in the throat. One, it's head high, and that's a reportable offence. So how do they miss that out? I just don't get it.
I'd be staggered, mate. I'd be staggered if he didn't get off this because, like you said, it's that panic bit where he wasn't looking at his eyes. He wasn't looking at him at all because he couldn't. He was more like, hey,
you
mate.
could see he wasn't looking.
Well, I think it's, the other thing is, I know we've got to get off this. I think it's the Tom Sully movie. Sully, the aeroplane coming into the Hudson River, where he's there and they're saying, it's easy for us to sit here and go in calm, oh, no, you should have done this and that. But in that moment, he doesn't have that.
Exactly.
He's just trying to save his life.
But the elbow is in his jaw and his throat. How do they get away with that?
It's a really
How do they overlook that?
Well, we're going to have to come back to that because we need to get over to Millie for the news. Millie, what have you got for us?
Thanks, Phil. Hi, everyone. I hope you have been keeping well and, as always, watching lots of sport. Our women's rugby sevens have been crowned world champions after sealing the deal on a thrilling clash against New Zealand on Monday night, beating the side by 2 points. Capturing the Sevens World Series and Commonwealth Game titles, the Australians had to endure a persistent fight back from the New Zealanders, who scored the 2 late tries, but missed a conversion attempt in the closing seconds of the game, which would have squared the contest. Madison Levy scored 3 tries for the Aussies, with Faith Nathan also crossing and Shani Williams adding 2 conversions. The Aussies play off on Sunday night with a place in the World Cup final, where a title for 8th side would cap off an outstanding year for the team. To SANFL news now, where Norwood has produced an almighty 11-point victory to beat out Adelaide Football Club in an exhilarating prelim final at Adelaide Oval. Locking in their spot on Sunday's grand final against the Roosters, the Redlegs waited until the final quarter of the game to kick into gear during a late inclusion of Mitch Carroll, who kicked an almighty goal only 16 minutes into the final term. With a 6-point lead, the Redlegs soon doubled their score, with veteran Matt Paynos snapping a ripper of a goal at the 19-minute mark. Norwood defender Jack Hurd continued his excellent finals form with 19 disposals and 9 rebound 50s, while skipper Matthew Nunn racked up 18 disposals, 5 marks and 10 tackles. So if you want to experience what is set to be a great Sunday afternoon clash at Adelaide Oval, head over to the SANFL website to get your tickets. Australian international cricket captain Aaron Finch has announced his retirement from one-day international cricket, making a public statement strongly endorsing the possibility of David Warner to succeed him in the upcoming captaincy selections. The comment comes as the sandpaper scandal is still affecting cricket selections across the board, with selectors having to weigh up the past, present and future in planning for the 2023 World Cricket Cup in India. Names circling the selection pool include Pat Cummins, David Warner, Steve Smith, Mitchell Marsh and Alex Carey, all shaping up to be an intriguing candidate for the ODI hot seat. Although announcing his retirement, Finch will lead the Australian team in the forthcoming ICC Men's T20 World Cup, where his leadership will shine through and hopefully deliver what is sure to be a great end to his career. With the tragic passing of Queen Elizabeth II this week, this year's Brownlow medal has now been moved to Sunday night, with Brisbane Lions Lachie Neale predicted to take it home this year. With the lead up to the AFL Grand Final, the Brownlow is AFL's biggest night of nights and has got many looking forward to celebrating the medal count accordingly. The Super Footy Brownlow medal predictor has all signs pointing to Lachie Neale this year, with a predicted 32 points to his name, with the likes of Clayton Oliver, Andrew Brayshaw, Patrick Cripps and Christian Petrarca following closely behind. In the chance for a controversial upset, viewers should be looking out for the pre-bye rounds in the hope for some oddball votes to flood through. Stay tuned as I'll have all the results right here with you next week on the SA Sports Show. I'm Millie Walters and we'll be right back for more. See you later.